Hey folks, look what just arrived and I have a notification to prove it. The new Google Pixel 10 Pro Fold. We're going to take a look at it in this video. How many of you remember your first smartphone? Well, mine happened to have been, of course, the iPhone. This is the original iPhone. This is the first one I ever purchased. This was an 8 gig version. And I subsequently upgraded to the iPhone 4. And subsequently from that one, even went up to, I think the iPhone 6 was the last one of the iPhone series. And then I decided to move up to the Google Nexus. Then they went from the Nexus to the Pixel line. And I've had several Pixel phones. I had the original Pixel, I had the Pixel 3, the 4, jumped to the 6, did a 7 Pro, and then went to the 8A, thinking, you know what, maybe I should save a little money and go to the 8A. And that was okay. It's an all right phone, I think, for a mid-priced, mid-tier phone. It's a really good phone. The whole A series is actually great if you're trying to save money. Times have changed. It's time to go to something as revolutionary as the original iPhone, at least in my mind, the Google Pixel Fold 10. And that's what we are going to look at today. We're going to unbox this baby, check it out, and see, is it a good upgrade from my 8A? I think it's going to be, but hey, let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and set the 8A aside. We are going to need that later because I do plan to transfer from this phone to this one, and we're going to share that process as we go through this. I am really super excited about this. I've been looking at fold phones for quite some time, but I could not bring myself to purchase one from Samsung because of all the extra bloatware, and let's face it, I do love my Pixel phones. So this is kind of interesting. Like this, we pull these little tabs off right here. We'll just slide off the cover right here. You can see this is kind of showing us what the vector artwork is for the form factor. How cool is that? Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. I'm not gonna let it drop like I do in a lot of my videos. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. Got a little tab right here. We're gonna pull that up right here. It's gonna help us with this. Now I do have a case coming from Amazon a little bit later today. This is thin. You can see it is unfolded. About 3/4 of the thickness, maybe a little bit more. One side is pretty much the same size as an 8A. That's the thing that amazed me about this particular phone is when folded, it's not much bigger than a regular phone. All right, let's see what else we have in the box over here. We have our USB-C cable for transferring information from phone to phone, but it also serves as your power cable as well. No brick is included. They assume that you have a brick or some way to charge, and obviously I have lots of ways to charge, so no problem there. We get this little insert here. What do we have in here? Let's pull that out. You get your little SIM card remover there. It tells you how to pop in your SIM. Now I'll be using an eSIM because I have Google Fi, which is one of the reasons I purchased the Fold 10 because there was a really good discount on this phone. I can send this in for about $100 back. So between that and the discount, it was about $500 off for this Pixel Fold 10 if you're a Google Fi subscriber. I think that is about to be over with. That's not going to last anymore, but I'm sure during Black Friday you'll be able to get a similar deal. Let's see what else we have in here. Not a user's manual, just kind of an information manual. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the phone. You can see along here we have power, fingerprint reader here, volume down, charging, you can see the port there, and then we have up here your SIM. So it's nice that they label where everything is on this cover. Let's go ahead and get this thing off of here. We're gonna pull this around here. It's mine now, folks. Oh, trying not to touch that screen. Look at this beauty. Before all the fingerprints get on there, let's just take a moment to enjoy this device for the very first time. This is gorgeous. It's got this green and gold. I love this green. The paying gig, our color is green, so that's kind of why I choose green. But I've always loved green. It just looks really good. Look at this. This is just beautiful. Yes, we are taking a moment to just take it all in, folks. I am super excited about the Google Fold 10. And somewhere in there, there's Pro. Look at that. You can kind of see the seam right here. I'll get the light there so you can see it. See that right there? You can kind of see that. And then don't forget the Fold also has a third screen. Now I'm going to fold it for the very first time. Here we go. I feel really, it feels really weird to fold a phone. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I'm breaking it. I know I'm not, but oh man, I feel like I shouldn't be doing that. But hey, there you go. Oh my goodness, look at that. It is not, I mean, it's thicker, obviously. It's probably 1.5 times thicker, but it's not outrageous. I mean, older phones, I think that we had back in the day were thicker than this. This is gorgeous. And of course, before I got carried away with the thinness of this device, there is a screen here as well. So, you know, we'll be using it along. Oh, I need a larger screen, and that's when we're going to come in here and open this up. All right, I'm really going to enjoy this. I can already tell. And this is going to be a showstopper at meetings for sure. People are going to see this and go, what are you using, Retrocombs? And I'll be saying, hey, I'm using that Google Pixel Fold 10. What are you using, you old school iPhone person? So I know, leave your comments down below. There'll be a bunch of iPhone folks coming in here and telling me why this isn't a good phone. And there will also be Google Pixel folks who will pop in here and say, why did you buy that? Because there's problems. You can't play, I'm not a gamer. And I'm convinced because they did ship this with an old driver that driver will get updated and we will get better performance in our games. But again, I'm not a gamer. I'm a user and content creator. So this is why I have this. And for content creation, this is going to be amazing. More on that in a future video, by the way. What do you think? You think we should go ahead and fire this thing up? Let's do it, folks. Let's find our power right here. All right, here we go. We're going to turn it on for the very first time. Just buzzed. Look at that. Powered by Android. It is taking a little bit of time on that first boot. I'm curious, what would happen if I opened it right now? You can see the boot progress in here as well. Oh, that's gorgeous. Now, here's the thing. When this is open, let's see. Yep, this screen turns off when it's open. Do I want to set it up from here, or do I want to set it up from here? So I'm going to go ahead and set up from here for now because that's more like a traditional phone. It's kind of what I'm used to. So Ola to you too. Look at this. We can make an emergency call. Looks like up here. Got a lot of battery. And we've got accessibility down here if we need that. All right, let's go ahead and go through the setup process together, shall we? Let's go United States. Set up using another device. Yes, I am going to do that. Nice that they provided a way for iPhone or iPads. It's interesting that they include iPad because when this is open, this is like a mini tablet. It's one of the reasons I really wanted this phone. Scan the code on your other device. Let's try that. I don't know that I've done this before. Let's see what happens. Okay, it needs to verify it's me. So let me go ahead and do that. Welcome back, Stephen. Connecting to Wi-Fi. Keep both devices on and close to each other. This is about as close as I can get. Looks like it's updating my Pixel. Let's see, we want to set up our eSIM, which is next. We'll go ahead and do that. Firm your network. We are Google Fi Wireless. Interesting that it grabbed my settings for Wi-Fi even from the phone. I didn't even have to re-enter my credentials here. It just pulled it all over, making that the easiest phone transfer I've ever seen so far. Let's see how it goes. Just a moment. Do you want to move your number to this phone? So that's going to deactivate this one. You betcha. Let's move it. Welcome to Google Fi. Now I just got a Google Fi not fully activated on this phone. So this one is done. It's toast. My carrier just went up. There it is. Actually, I'm in a basement. That is pretty good. That's better signal than what I used to get on this device. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set up my fingerprint to unlock. All right, so it says touch the power button without pressing it. Now, normally I'm gonna unlock with my thumb, so I'm gonna set that one up first. Moving around that, oop, reposition the finger. There we go, move your, oh yes, I know, move your finger. So you just keep kind of bouncing around. It'll get there. There we go, got that one. One fingerprint added. Set up face unlock. I definitely want to do that. And how to unlock? Let's do that. I'm gonna start. And that was pretty quick. So we'll go next. Copy apps and data. You betcha. I want everything to come. I want this to be pretty much like it was over here. This is going to take more than a few minutes. Now, one of the things I've seen it do before is it captures kind of a snapshot of what you have on your phone, puts it over here, but then it installs those apps from Wi-Fi from the Google Play Store later. So let me go ahead and let this go and we'll come back and check it in a little bit. Now I want to be careful. I don't have my case yet, so I'm going to take this right here and we're just going to prop it right here to protect that camera and everything. And I'm going to step away for a little bit. When it's done, we'll come back. It did prepare, and now it's choosing how to copy. We can do Express, which will take about 25 minutes. Only data that's not available in your Google account will be copied, or Customize, where we can choose from our other device. So I think we'll choose Express, and now we are copying data. So now we know I've got a 25-minute process to go. Let's see, allow scanning, allow phone number, Google services, back up your device, turn on backup, we definitely want that. Additional legal terms, you can accept those, we'll do that. And discover, yes, Google AI at its best. I do have the Google One subscription to Google Gemini, which gives me extra storage, I really like it. Meet Gemini, your personal assistant. Press and hold power on go, hands-free with your voice. Talk things out with Gemini Live. Go hands-free with, hey Google. A device behind me just turned on. I'm going to say no thanks for now. We'll come back and do that later. Get helpful info and actions right when you need them. Get the most out of your screenshots. Definitely want to do that. Stop unwanted calls, you betcha. And get peace of mind. So car crash detection is activated. It was on my other phone as well, so we'll go ahead and accept that. Let contacts nearby find and share. Yes, always do that. All right, so it's pulling up my Visa card, so I'll go ahead and allow that. Contacting my bank. Your screen lock will be used for contactless payments. Your card added to wallet and is ready to tap and pay. Outstanding. I won't go through all of these. This has all been preset up, but you do have get instant translations, control info on your lock screen, prepare for an emergency, add another email account, set up, identify music, auto adjust settings to environment, change how text displays, all those things that you can set, which really are one of the reasons I love the Pixel phone is because you can customize all those options. Oh, look at this. Want to speed things up? Connect both devices using a cable. Hey, let's see if we can speed things up. Let's go to the included cable that they have. Now it's calculating remaining time. So, oh, now it says copying using cable and Wi-Fi for the fastest speed. Check it out, folks. I just got a notification that says your order has been delivered from Google Fi. That is the notification for this Fold. So that's how quickly and that's how fresh this video is just for my viewers. Quick little update, folks. It's about 5 minutes later and we are at 59%. All right, welcome back, folks. It is done. And now let's go ahead and unplug this and unplug this, and we can get back to the work at hand. You are ready to roll. Oh, yep, it has my picture of the lovely accountant on the front. Let's swipe up. Looks like it still has to update some apps from the Play Store would be my guess. Looks like we've got some notifications here. Scrolling over, we've got, oh yeah, it even has my widgets. Let me go ahead and load up an app here and see what happens. It is still loading stores, so it's installing from the Google Play Store. So now that's going to take a while. So let's go ahead and check that out and see what's happening here. There we go. Check apps for updates. This will show us our pending downloads. Yeah, this is a lengthy list. You can see all of the things that it is trying to install right now. All right, now I know what you're saying. Hey, you've been on that front screen. Let's check out that middle screen. Let's open this thing up and see what happens when we open up our Google Pixel 10 Pro Fold. Here we go. So here's that same app. Now if we go ahead and scroll up, we can close that. And now you can see we have 2 pages. Oh, that is really nice. Look at that. All right, we are going, oh, here's our Google Discovery feeds. Amazing. Look at that. A little Google Pixel 10 ad right there. It did bring my background over from my other phone, but we're going to go ahead and bring in the default, and I just did that using the background. Apply the wallpaper. Let's go ahead and do that, setting the wallpaper. So now you can see what it would look like if it were stock out of the box with the wallpaper. So you can see that on the front. Open that up, and you can see that here. And that's going to have that Material U design too. So the colors of the icons will all change to that green, and that kind of matches the green of the phone itself too. So that'll just give us a little consistency as we continue to explore the new Google Pixel 10 Pro Fold. Well, something I've already noticed that I like about the larger display is when I'm moving apps between screens, I don't have to go as far. So for instance, this is screen 1, this is screen 2. Now it's just kind of moving them around. So it's going to make it easier to move those around. So this is what happens when you swipe down for notifications on the Fold with the extra large screen. You get your tools over here that you can choose, and you get your notifications. That's really nice because normally we kind of get one or the other on a single screen. And you can see right here, we can customize our pixel. That's a new notification that came through. Did tell me that my service is ready. Hey, let's go ahead and swipe that. We're glad that that's working. That's good. We can dismiss notifications, sync dismissed notification here. We'll get that one. You can see it's telling us that we're still installing apps. Let's go to customize your pixel and see what happens. So this is that screen we saw earlier. We've already really set that up, but here's some more tips. Your new pixel. Let's see what happens here. I do like this large screen. Check that out. So just for comparison, here is that screen if we were in the folded open mode. Here it is if we are just on the front screen itself. So here 2, ready for it, hang it, watch out for it, there you go, look at that. And honestly, it's just not that much more phone for my pocket. Yes, it is a little bit thicker, but yeah, I think the usability is far going to outweigh just the extra thickness that we're going to have. Now, I'm a runner, so typically I don't run with my phone anymore. In the past I had, but ever since I've received my Pixel 3 with LTE, I don't typically run with my phone anymore. Speaking of that, let's see if I can transfer my watch. I have not done that. I probably need to check that out. So let's see if I go over here, back to here, because I am still connected to Wi-Fi. Copying's done. Let's see if we can get my watch over here. I don't want to disconnect. There it is. Transfer watch. Let's go ahead and do that. Transfer watch, start transfer, transferring your watch to new phone. Look, it looks like it's just automatically doing that. Looks like I need to open the Pixel Watch app on this phone. So let me go ahead and get that done. There we go. Pixel Watch, transfer watch to this phone. Look at that. That was seamless, automatic. Let's go ahead and continue that. Yep, there we go. Got our security codes. That looks good. So I need to confirm, and then I need to confirm. Transfer is complete. Oh my goodness, that was seamless. Did you hear that? Looks like we're ready to explore. Your watch is all set up and ready to be discovered. Look at that. Set up your digital assistant, yes. And oh, this is for the watch. Okay, so this is updating the watch. So your assistant is set up. So my watch assistant is ready to go. Hey Google, what's the weather?
Right now in Columbus, it's 66 degrees and sunny.
All right, let's go ahead and connect my Fitbit account, sign in with Google. I do have need that for my watch, for my run, so it's tracking my runs. I also use Nike Run. I actually prefer the Nike Run app. I've just used it for the longest, and it's captured all my runs for, I think, the last 7 years. Let me go ahead and, this says click to sign in. Let's go ahead and do that. That's the Google Fit app, and we'll say next. Track your activities. We'll turn that on. Allow it to track my activities. Unlock with your watch. Let's set that up. There we go. Get fewer notifications. So a few more setups there. So that'll make it easier for me to unlock my phone without having to go through that whole rigmarole. Let's check our camera. There you go. These are all the new things that come with it. Portrait, panorama, exposure. So if you need information on how to do that, you can do that. Gemini. Ask Gemini to remember. Talk it out live with Gemini. Pop Gemini over your screen. Take actions across apps. Create stunning images, and talk to Gemini about what you see. I do want to show you the keyboard. So if I click here, you'll notice the keyboard automatically goes into that separated mode so that your thumbs can type without overstretching, trying to stretch into the middle. Probably are options to change some things. Let's see, we have one-handed. There you go. If you want to do one hand, you can do that. You see, we also have translate. We can also have a floating keyboard, and the floating keyboard is one that you can actually move around. We can do GIFs, we can resize our keyboard. You can scan text, you can pull up your emoji keyboard, and you can undo. I'm going to go back to my standard keyboard, I hope. There we go. All right, so that's the keyboard. All right, let's check out the camera, because the camera is one of the highlights of this device. So let's go ahead and pull up our camera. Oh, look at this camera on a widescreen. This is going to be, oh, look at this. Before you do, you have motion, photo, top shot, auto. We'll turn all those on because I like to explore those. So that's what the camera looks like when you have it folded open. You can see you have access to a lot more of the controls. Let's go ahead and close it up. So you can see it's pretty standard. Let's take a picture. Let's go ahead and review that picture. There we go. Now let's open that up. And there you go. Now that is much nicer for editing. You have this much larger view, and you don't have to turn your phone this way. You can see it's pretty much a square. You're not getting anything more by just doing this. But now you have your edit here. Let's go ahead and hit that. Crop as soon as you open. That's interesting. Drag from the corners to crop your photo right away. Get edits done faster. And tap, circle, or brush anywhere on the photo to erase, move, or more. So here's that automatic crop. You see that that's the first thing that pops up. We can auto frame it. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's go ahead and I'm going to choose that. Let's see what we have. We have some options here. I think I like that one right there. Then we have dynamic. There you go. That lightened it up. We can do AI enhance. Let's let it do its thing. There we go. Now you'll also notice that we have Gemini down here, so we could ask it to do something. So I'm going to try something. Remove the iPhone on the left. And there it did it. Oh my goodness. That, folks, was amazing. Look at that. That is as amazing as my first look at the iPhone back in the day. I'm saving that as a copy. That is pretty fabulous. See how the photo was made. So swipe up, photos, how this was made. Here we go, media captured with camera, and then it was edited by Google LLC AI tools. I like that. That lets you know that there were edits made. So it's putting some information in the metadata to let you know that something changed. All right, we had just a few more notifications here I want to check. It says protect your battery during charging. Try turning on the 80% limit. This is a little controversial. I typically don't use it, but may for this phone, since it's new, go ahead and try it. I will try 80% and see if that gets me through the day. Supposedly this does have all-day battery life, so I'm gonna see if I can protect that battery a little bit longer and choose that. What do you know? This just showed up at my door. It is the 3-in-1 magnetic foldable wireless charger, only for Pixel Watch 3 and 2, but it also works with your phone and your Pixel Buds Pro, so I can charge all three of them. This is by Hoofluddy. And we're not going to open that up for this video, but you will see that in a future video. So hit subscribe down below if you want to learn about this product. And on top of that, I mentioned that I had a case coming. That arrived too while I was doing this video. And that is here. This is the font case, and I'll be taking a look at that in a video and putting that on pretty quickly as well. It says it's shock resistant, precise cutting, and easy to install. I will find that out later. But the last thing I want to do before we close up this video is I want to check, we've looked at the camera. I also want to look at playing video on this device. And let's go to my channel. All right, so here's what it would look like on a normal phone. You can see right here, I have recently done a short. The DJI Osmo 3 is an outstanding camera, but what they don't agree on is this. See that? So when we open it up for a short, we'll see what we get. There you go. So we get a little more information. We get the short pretty much in the same orientation that we would get, but it is a little taller, which is nice. Now let's go ahead and check out a regular video. So let's go back here. Let's pull up my recent review of the EVPad 11P. So here it is. I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit. Then let's open it up and see what happens. Wow, I like that. Look, it's a much larger screen, but we still have our information down below that we can scroll through. I like that. Let's go ahead and pull up the volume, see what it sounds like. Check it out. All right, let's move these guys out of the way a little bit and let's take a quick look around the box. EVPad. Sound is really good. If we set this like this, you can see that we can adjust that and we can watch our video like that. And then we can go back to here, rotate. And that's more like a standard phone. Now when we're in our full screen mode, let's go ahead and open it up and see what happens. Okay, so it goes back to that. So it doesn't, let's do full screen mode here. And so that's just gonna give you a cleaner experience. You can tap and you get some of that here for thumbs up. By the way, don't forget to hit that thumbs up down below. And then of course we can do this right here and close it. That's pretty nice. Let's check out the music and let's see what the speakers sound like. Let's go ahead and let's pull up some classical. And you can see here, we can cast to other tablets. That's kind of cool. Go ahead and turn that on for later. And here we go. Let's listen. Speaker here. Speaker here. Do this. That should give us our stereo separation. I really like this where you can listen, but then you can continue to browse over here. All right, folks, well, there is my look at the new Google Pixel 10 Pro Fold. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you do all the things down there below that all the kids do, like, subscribe, alerts, all that business if you enjoyed this video. I will say there are other videos coming on this device. You already saw I have a couple of a new case, a charger for it. I'll probably do some videos on that, but I also have another video plan that I'm excited to share with you that will be coming, and it's more about how I will use the Pixel Fold maybe differently than I do a regular Pixel phone or just any phone, and using it as a content creator, because there are some really unique things this will do that a lot of phones won't, or they'll do them, but not as well. So stay tuned for that. And also, if you love this video, be sure to check out this playlist right here for other tools I use in content creation or in the studio. Hey, that is it for me. Retrocombs out. Thanks for watching this first look at my Google Pixel 10 Pro Fold.